What's up, everyone? Wait, what? Alright. Hassan, I see you, alright? You're persistent. I like that. So just this one time, changing up my intro for you. What's up, Tactical? Everyone here. And in this Retro Cup, we'll be doing video. Enjoy. Alright, Retro Cup started yesterday and I ran one of the teams I showcased in my previous video where we took an early look at the Retro Cup. This is Froslass Lickitung core with Zangoose, and yeah, I know, Froslass Lickitung, not that exciting, pretty boring. I've seen it a lot, even on the first day. If you want more spice, it's definitely coming. If you want more spice, actually, follow me on Twitch. We actually just reached 10k followers, which is insane. Thanks a lot for that. But if you aren't followed, go follow me on Twitch. We throw out random garbage there always. But the team I'm gonna show you today is not random garbage. It's meta and it works. It's very, very powerful. We have Froslass on the lead. If you want to know the IVs, these are the IVs. It's a very solid lead. Anti-fighter, which covers Lickitung perfectly. Then we have Lickitung on the safe swap. This is an XL Lickitung. It's a 6-15-15. When I get it best buddied in a month, it's gonna be rank 2, which is pretty sick. This thing is just the Retro Cup master. If you don't have a Lickitung, any other liquor works. I would personally go for Snorlax, because Snorlax can also beat the other liquors. Or you can also go Lick Licky. Lick Licky can Shadow Ball like Deoxys and Machamp, which is pretty big. And then we have Zangoose. This thing was probably the MVP. Like Shadow Claw, Night Slash coverage is very, very good versus the ghost types. And then Shadow Claw Close Combat really helps a lot versus the lickers and lepers, for example. The whole goal of this team is to lead with the anti-fighter Froslass. If you don't see a fighter in the lead, you swap to Lickitung. You potentially lure it out, and once you get rid of that fighter, Zangoose can sweep, basically. It's just a standard ABB team. Let's just head into the battles. First battle, I lead Froslass into Mew, which is quite bad. Mew generally wins that, but I have two decent, well, pretty good answers in the back in Lickitung and Zangoose. Lickitung, of course, doing super effective damage with the licks and taking resisted damage from the close opponent with Vigoroth. This is awful. This is probably the best counter for Lickitung in the entire game, maybe. Well, probably just this meta. Yeah, I can't even burn a shield right here. So my opponent is gonna burn energy right here. I don't even shoot it up because he doesn't even need to shoot my moves. Anyway, I'm gonna go for the Power Whip because Power Whip does do more damage than Body Slam. Just a tiny bit, but it is a bit, which will help me farm this down with Froslass, which I definitely wanna do. I can eat a Bulldoze though, so I won't shield. It is a Mew in the back, and I'd rather take this Bulldoze than any move from Mew, because a Wild Charge, for example, would definitely do more. And I think in this meta, a lot of them run Rock Slide as well, which will do even more. I'll go for a Shadow Ball here. If he knows shields, he dies. If he doesn't, if he shields, I get a shield, which is good. In comes Zangoose to sweep. I've lured out the Vigoroth. Hopefully whatever's in the back is like not that great versus Zangoose. And seeing as he's staying in, it's probably not that great versus Zangoose. Go for the Night Slash right here. If he knows shields, he dies. Which would be pretty great for me. That's good. What does he have in the back? A Lapras. Alright, Lapras Ice type, of course. Fighting moves, do super effective damage. Maybe I can take him out with a close combat. I wait as long as possible before throwing it. I double up. And now I'm just going to throw them both back to back. If he shields, that's fine, because I do have another one. I was really not expecting this to KO. But as you can see, it almost does, which is just insane. I swap into Froslass. I will just Powder Snow it down now. Double, not very effective Powder Snows, but still take it out. That is a great match. Alright, Froslass into Machamp. Machamp, honestly, pretty tough for this whole line, because Froslass loses this matchup if the Machamp baits. I wasn't really expecting that many Machamp though. I really wasn't, so that's why I felt safe running this line, but I ended up running into quite a bit actually. So if you're running this, if you wanna run this line, maybe consider a different anti-fighter, like Cresselia maybe, or Hypno. That would also work. Alright, Talonflame comes in. Yeah, this is quite bad, because I kind of need to win this matchup, but I also can't use a shield. If I use a shield, Machamp just ruins my whole line. So I kind of need to get switch without giving up shield advantage. And I don't know if Lickitung can do that, especially with the little energy disadvantage it had. Hopefully I can take this. I'm just gonna no shield this. Hopefully it's not a Brave Bird. I think he did build up, but it would have been real close. I get to the Body Slam. This will take out the Talonflame if he no shields, but he does shield. Fine with me. I'll come in with a Lass right here. I would have thrown my move in the middle of his Incinerate animation if he threw, but he swaps into Machamp, which is beautiful for me. Because now I can just come in with Zangoose and farm down his Talonflame, and hopefully there's no hard answer to Froslass or Zangoose in the back. Farm it all the way down. He threw Brave Bird, which is very smart because I get less farm. It's a Gengar. Wow. And this is just beautiful for Zangoose because this is Night Slash. That's like 90%. And we get the BM boost. I like it. All right, Shadow Machamp, even tougher than regular Machamp actually. And my opponent brings in that Dunsparce. All right, crazy. I like it though. I like it. I was not expecting this at all, but I love the pick. Honestly, it's actually pretty good versus my team. It beats Froslass. It actually beats Lickitung. And Zangoose, it's not ideal either because the bites just add up. Like, I could have gone to Zangoose and tried to get close combats, but the bites would have just killed me. He would have just shredded through my Zangoose with bites. So going to Lickitung, I need one more Body Slam to take him out. And I get there right before he gets to a move. I'm not sure. If he shields this, I might have to try to get to another Body Slam. I was really considering no shooting this, but I thought I would be able to get to another move because, you know, bites, they add up, but they don't do that much. And I'm not even close. Well, kind of close. Not even close. I should have definitely no shooted though. That was a wasted shoot because that lick damage did nothing. And because I didn't get to the Body Slam, that was the only thing I got. Nothing basically. But my opponent brings in Machamp again. Which is just wild. What do you have in the back? Look, these are the day one teams, I think. Not everyone is adapted to the meta quite yet. And you get teams like these, which are just like double weak to Froslass, which is a pretty common Pokemon. But my Zangoose can also take this out. But yeah, we are. My opponent is actually it's Scrubler Dustin from the J Farm channel. If you don't know him, you go check him out. You probably know him. But they were streaming as well. I was streaming these battles and they were streaming as well. And people in my chat were saying that Dustin was talking smack. So, you know, I decided to BM him a little bit with the double close combat on his Drifblim. So unnecessary. I just purely team comped him. Won the lead. I beat his spies with my Lickitung, but it's all good. They enjoyed it, I think. Anyway, next game, we lead Froslass to Dusclops, which is not great because Dusclops has super effective fast moves and charge moves for my Froslass. So bringing my Lickitung, which is a really hard Dusclops answer. And I also have Zangoose in the back, which is also a hard Dusclops answer. Opponent brings in Chestnut, which is insanely spicy. And he throws the Energy Ball first, which is very smart because he's gonna need an Energy Ball and a Superpower to KO me anyway. And he doesn't want to debuff himself early because if he debuffs himself early, the Body Slams and Licks will do more damage, which is not ideal. Throws a move right here, and at this point I'm just gonna let it go. If I can farm this down with Lass and get some energy and have shield advantage as well, that's gonna be great versus the Clops. And hopefully, since this is his best, or this is their best answer to a normal type, my Lickitung, I'm not expecting a hard Zangoose answer in the back, so I think Zangoose can probably win this. I will shoot this up. I don't want to take a Fire or Shadow Punch. It is a Shadow Punch, it's a good shield. I'll go for a Ball, and then I'll swap to Goose afterwards, most likely. I could also decide to just throw another Ball, I guess. Oh, I don't. Oh, I catch this move. It's a pretty good catch, because this is gonna do no damage on my... Well, honestly, that did a good chunk. All right. Raichu. Crazy. This is a pick I haven't thought about. But I think Raichu can be incredibly strong in this meta. Just the Lickers and of course the Shadow Clawers are kind of dangerous. But it beats the fighters, the flying types, and like it just hits everything hard. And Electric is pretty nice because there's not that much ground here. Alright, Venusaur Lead. That's a pretty even lead, to be honest. It's a pretty even lead. Because Venusaur can actually win that if it has CMP, if it has higher attack, so it wins the CMP tie. Opponent brings in Froslass immediately though, so I go into my Zangoose, which is pretty hard. A Froslass answer. I have to burn a shield on the Avalanche though, which is not that great. I throw another Night Slash. If he shields this, he's definitely gonna get to another move because he's almost at the Avalanche. There he is. I don't get my Shadow Claw through right there, which is really bad because the next avalanche is in 5 powder snows. It's 6, 6, 5. So the third one is 5 powder snows. I have to throw right there. If I got my Shadow Claw through earlier, I would have been able to farm down. We've been in an amazing spot. Now I'm in less of a good spot. I'm just going to swap it to my Froslass earlier. I don't want this Venusaur to farm me down because then he can get a Frenzy on my Froslass, which will KO. I'll come very close to. And opponent is a Vigoroth in the back again. These are just the day 1 lines. People are not prepared for everything, so I can't guarantee this team keeps working, but for now it's very strong. And if you're watching this video and running a Venusaur Vigoroth core, maybe consider switching it up because yeah, you just get wrecked by Froslass, unfortunately. All right, G. Anyway, just gonna finish it off with this avalanche. Didn't even need the Lickitung. All right, Mew Lead, another Mew Lead. I saw a lot of Mew Lead, which is quite tough for my line, but most of them I beat. In comes Machamp. This is quite tough. Machamp, very tough Pokemon for my line to beat. But luckily I have my Lickitung lined up versus it, and I'll be able to align my Froslass versus it after. But he is able to get a bunch of energy right here. He gets one more counter here as well, which is perfect for my opponent. Absolutely horrible for me. I will shield this up. If this is a cross chop, he'll be able to get to another Rock Slide, but luckily he throws the Rock Slide immediately and I'll be able to farm him all the way down. In comes the Cast Form. Yes! I love this thing. I really like this thing. A very solid pick in this meta. Actually, Hex, Weather Ball, very nice combination because there's no Steel types. Weather Ball hits everything. Almost everything for neutral except for the ghost types, of course. But Hex does well against the ghost types. And he has Energy Ball, which does a bunch. I think I can finish this off with Zangoose though, because he does have the Mew. And I make a mistake here. I don't throw immediately, and now my opponent is gonna get a charge move off. I will shield it because everything will do a lot of damage. And now I'm over farming a bit too much. PCMP tied here, and well, you're gonna see. This is gonna be a very big move, and well, it's a wild charge and it almost kills me. And at this point, it's over. I had to farm down there. I had to basically kill the Mew and have a nice store to win that game, but I didn't. I just misplayed that very hard, unfortunately. All right, next lead. We needed the Meganium, which is pretty good. In this case, I do win this matchup very convincingly because, you know, I win the CMP tie like always, even if it's a max attack Meganium. Again, another grass and a Vigoroth core, which Froslass is just so strong against. I'm very happy that my opponent is bringing in a Vigoroth right here because my backline sucks against it. So I will throw 2 avalanches before the Vigoroth gets to a bulldoze, so he has to shield right here or let it go. Either way is fine with me. I can still take a bulldoze here as well, so I will not shield, just save my shields from my backline because I'm not expecting another fighter. Froslass now, avalanche stored. If it's a Meganium coming in, I will avalanche it. Opponent will have to shield this up if he wants to keep his Meganium alive. And now I could bring in Zangoose or Licky. I decided to bring in Licky because if I bring in Zangoose, I have to use a shield. I'd rather just bring in my Licky and chip him down and not have to use a shield, and then save my Zangoose with a shield for the pack. So just take these frenzies. I can take 2 of them and a couple Vine Whips. Oh, my opponent makes an amazing swap into Deoxys though. It is another fighting type. And this is kind of tough because Zangoose, well, generally does win this actually, but these counters do a lot. And the charge moves also do quite a bit. And I'm not sure, like, I probably should have overfarmed more here. If I overfarmed more here, I could have gone to a close combat versus the Meganium, but still fine. I can farm this down now. Meganium does have some energy. I'm just gonna go for this Night Slash immediately. I wasn't really counting his Vine Whips earlier, so I'm not sure where he's at energy-wise, so I just threw it, because at that point, he's gonna have to throw a move, and I can likely lick down. It's gonna be close though, because he does have some extra energy. Come on, Lickitung. Alright, we farm him down. That is a great game. Alright, Altaria into Froslass into Altaria, which is amazing for me. In comes Machamp, which is again really good, because I want to see the Machamp here and not against my back line. I will have to use my Froslass here though, so I won't be able to save it for the Altaria most likely. But Lickitung is also still fine against Altaria. Opponent goes straight Rock Slide. Really good for me because Machamp can actually win that if they bait. But if they don't, Froslass wins this pretty convincingly. Though, as you can see, the counters are doing just as much as the Powder Snows are, which is pretty insane, pretty ridiculous. But you know, that's just counter. Counter is pretty insane. Throw another Avalanche. This will take out the Machamp. And then we're gonna see what's in the back most likely. And I'll likely have to save swap one of my Pokemon. It is a Deoxys. And right here, I was thinking that my opponent would throw a move before I could do the Shadow Ball. So I swapped to Lickitung to catch it, but he didn't throw. So I could have just gone for the Shadow Ball and been very, very good there. But yeah, I mean, this is fine as well. It brings in Altaria. Now I can get to a couple body slams. And hopefully I'll be able to take out this Altaria with my Froslass or Zangoose and then kill it with the other one. Alright, go for another body slam. It really depends. If I can get this Altaria into farm range, I'll farm it down with Froslass and just throw a Shadow Ball onto the Deoxys. But I barely can't. Altaria gets to a Sky Attack right here, right before my third body slam. So I also don't really want to spend my Avalanche on this kind of health. So I bring in my Goose, go for the Night Slash. This will KO the Altaria. We get the boost. These Shadow Claws are doing so much. And yeah, this Night Slash will KO. Even if I didn't get the boost, I still had the Avalanche stored on Froslass as well. Even if he killed my Goose before, I would have just been able to Shadow Ball or Avalanche the Deoxys, and that would have been game GG to my opponent. Another pretty Froslass weak team. Alright, Froslass into Froslass. I don't like this. I'm gonna try to catch a Shadow Ball on my Lickitung, but my opponent doesn't fall for it. He brings in Altaria, which is decent for me. Lickitung does win the one shield here, but I'm pretty sure it loses the zeros. And also, I don't want to go shields down. If we go shields down, that Frost is going to be a huge issue because it already has so much energy and a lot of health that even my Zangoose won't be able to deal with it with a shield disadvantage. So I definitely don't want to get into a shield disadvantage. Throw another body slam onto the Altaria. This will go unshielded. We'll bring it into the red though. A good farm down range for Froslass. This thing takes me out right now though. And now I'll go into my own last. Farm him down. Could have also gone in Goose, to be honest. I think Goose would have been another option, but Dragon Breath would just do so much. I don't get my Powder Snow through right there when he swaps in, which is kind of bad. Because I built up this energy advantage and he's just gonna gain it back because the game is kind of broken. I bait here though. And he shields it, really, really good. I throw another bait expecting a shield, which we will get. Very good. I'm just gonna shoot this right here. Even if he baits, I'll get to the Shadow Ball before him because I'm pretty sure I'm one ahead. But I'm gonna swap. I'm afraid there's something weak against Froslass in the back, and there is. It's Cresselia. This is not the best matchup. Even though I'm hitting for super effective with my moves, Cresselia is just so tanky, and Zangoose is not that almost KO'd. I don't want the Froslass to farm me down, so I have two win cons right here. Wait, I'm just gonna pause it. Whoa, pause it. No, wait. Hey, my mouse is not working. Come on. All right, wait. I have two win cons right here. All right. I either build up to two Night Slashes. I have to build up to two Night Slashes and take out this Cresselia and then Night Slash the Froslass. That's win con number one. Number two is getting this Cresselia low enough to where I can farm it down with Froslass. Well, and I do neither, alright? I just let my Zangoose go, hoping that I can get to an Avalanche plus some extra energy versus this Cresselia. But this Moonblast does way too much. Like, if I overfarm here just a little bit, I had to overfarm more there even. I had to overfarm like one more Powder Snow, so it didn't even reach it. But I had to overfarm even more because otherwise the Froslass would just take me out, you know? Which is not great. So yeah, I kind of threw that match, but it was a tough spot anyway. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More coming soon. Thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see you guys next time.